What's up, world? This is your girl P. So, how to overcome still being the same? Now, as a disclaimer, I am not here to project my opinion on you. I am just merely sharing my vantage point and how I see overcoming the you still the same. You know how when you see people or we see people that we haven't seen in a long time and you might get to chatting with them and conversing and whatnot, and they tell you, girl, you still the same. Man, you still the same. And back in the day, because we got to change with the times. It's 2024, counting. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, when people used to say that, it was cool. Like, yeah, I'm still the same OG. I'm still the same homegirl. And it's like nowadays when somebody tell you that, at least for me, if somebody tell me I'm still the same, I, I personally feel like, hold up, who's still the what? I'm still the same? Nah, it's like you're always going to be you. There's no doubt about that. But the best version of you is like if somebody is telling you, I mean, like I said, I don't come here to project. I'm just talking about me and how I see it from my vantage point. If someone tells me that I'm still the same, then it's like I'm not growing. I'm not becoming better. I'm still the same. Like that's not, that used to be. It's like when a person has left you, and I don't mean leave you like in a bad way. This person could have went and moved to a different state and they hadn't seen you in a long time. You're going to change. Whether it be physically, you're going to change. You might lose weight, you might gain weight. It could be for the better. You had kids or whatever. Life is always going to life, but your personality, your character is still you. But are you better? You know what I'm saying? Or are you still the same? Because it's like if you're still the same, that means that you're out of alignment. You know what I'm saying? Because you're aging, but your mentality is still the same. So you have to align your spirit and your body, with your age. It's like you can't be out of alignment because otherwise you'll just be aging and not growing. And if somebody tells you that you're still the same, I wouldn't take it as a like it's negative. It would just show me there's something I gotta grow in certain areas or something. Like I said, you have to be the one that be willing to critique your own self, evaluate your own self. But when people come and tell you, girl, you still the same, you still doing this, it's like, okay, I might be still doing some things that I like doing, so to speak. But I'm not the same. Like, like my spirit, my mind is on something else. And it's like that. Wherever your mind is, your body is gonna follow. So like I said, if your mind is on food, you're gonna get up and go cook something. If your mind is on, what I'm saying, you need some new clothes, you're gonna get up and go make some money so you can do that, or go wash some clothes, or you're gonna whatever your mind is on, the body will follow. So if your mind is on just sitting there watching TV, then your body is just sitting there watching TV and you're doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using as a hypothetical example. I'm not saying that about anyone or throwing jabs or nothing. I'm just looking at the perspective of you still the same. You know what I'm saying? Like what's still the same? Like I haven't changed a bit. I used to have people say that to me back in the day. Like you girl, you still the same. And I used to be like, yeah, because that's what the deal was back then. But that's not what it is. That's like not what we own right now. We are on growth. That's all you hear people talking about. And it's a lot of people doing a lot of talking and not a lot of doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to be about it, not just talk about it. You have to be doing it. And it's not, like I always say, I know sometimes people, well, hopefully people that are on my channel are, on a higher frequency and they don't hear negativity in anything that anyone is saying. You're always going to take the, positive side out of whatever you're hearing and put that in your pocket for later. It's like, I may not agree with everything that she's saying. You're not supposed to because we're all different, right? But it's certain things that a person may say that, you know what? I'm feeling that. I got that what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be wanting to think that it's a compliment for someone to tell me that I'm still the same. That was old. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the 80s, we're not still doing the same thing and thinking the same way and saying the same things unless we're stuck in a time warp. And a lot of times, the older we get, some people are scared to change because when you get older, it's scary. It's like when you're a child, it's like you're a daredevil and you don't have any fear. But the older you get, is more fear, and it's a fear of change. It's like, what's gonna happen if I change out of my comfort zone? And it's like you a stick in the mud and you can't nobody get you out of that little mud hole that you stuck in, but you're scared, but you found it to be comfortable because it's safe. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do anything, different unless you try it. You know what I'm saying? And why not try with yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, not basically trying if somebody's telling you you should do this, you should do that. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you hear people talking, you could just sit back and absorb the information. It's like, you know, and then you doing that within yourself. It's not like you telling anybody that you're doing it. You just doing it within yourself. It's like, you know what? I am still the same. I am still the same. I'm still doing the same thing. This is why I say I have to evolve, as a woman in order to become that wife I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to cook the same things, but can I add more recipes to you know what I'm saying? Like, can I come hit the new husband with a 1-2 with a different meal that I ain't never cooked before and be like, it's something exciting within yourself when somebody tell you still the same. It's like, nah, I ain't finna be still the same. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that could be like, girl, you still cooking and stuff? Yeah, but I don't be cooking all the same things no more. I got some new recipes under my belt that I could cook. And I'm not still the same. I'm still me. I'm a higher version of myself. I'm the best version of myself. And I'm proud of myself and I'm loving myself every day because the more I love myself, the more I nurture myself, the more I grow myself because you're only going to grow yourself and treat yourself like you would a garden. If you don't care about your garden, you may not water it and the flowers are going to be dying and stuff. It's the same thing with you. You have to, grow as a person and therefore when you run into someone that haven't seen you in a long time, they're not going to say, girl, uh, man, you still the same. They can be like, it's something different about you. I can't point it out, but it's something different about you. And you probably be like, what, what is it? Because you're gonna want to know how a person sees you sometimes. It's not that you care to, you're gonna start, you know, change a little bits and pieces of yourself based on what somebody else said, but you do want it because you've already critiqued yourself. You do want to see how another person's seeing your growth. You know what I'm saying? That's 100. Like, you really want to know how other people are seeing your growth because that's also motivation to keep growing. It's like it's showing, people see it. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I'm trying to showboat. It's I'm proud of myself and I'm going to keep doing it because I got a reason to do it and it make me feel good. So when we hear you still the same, that's how you overcome that because in these days and times, it don't pay to still be the same. It pays to be better. But that's all I got for you. And I holla though. One love. Peace.